What if you were the first human on a habitable Mars? You are staring at the screen when the message arrives. Mars is no longer dead. Atmosphere readings are changing, temperatures are stabilizing, and liquid water has been confirmed on the surface. For centuries, Mars was just a frozen desert. Now it is acting like a planet that has decided to wake up. For Mars to become habitable, several things would have to change at once. The planet would need warmer temperatures, more pressure, and some kind of atmosphere strong enough to keep liquid water from disappearing instantly. Without those conditions, Mars stays hostile. With them, it becomes a place where human survival is suddenly possible. You are chosen for the first mission, not because you were the strongest astronaut alive, but because you were the first human who gets to step into a world nobody understands yet. The launch feels less like travel and more like crossing a line humanity was never supposed to cross. As you descend, Mars does not look like the dead planet you expected. There are clouds. There is haze in the sky. Light bends through the atmosphere in a way that makes the horizon glow. The planet is still alien, but now it feels alive. Your boots hit the ground. For a moment, nothing moves. No wind, no voices, no earth. Just you, standing on the surface of the first habitable Mars in human history. The air is thin, but it is no longer instantly fatal. That matters because humans need the right balance of oxygen and pressure to survive outside a full suit. If Mars can now support life, it means the planet has crossed a massive threshold. It is no longer just a place to visit. It is a place that can possibly hold people. You begin to walk across the surface. Every step feels lighter than Earth because Mars has weaker gravity. That lower gravity makes movement easier, but it also creates long-term questions about muscle strength, bone loss, and how the human body would adapt over time. You find wet ground, frozen patches melting at the edges, and streams that should not exist on the old Mars. Water is the foundation of life as we know it, because it allows chemistry to happen, carries nutrients, and supports living systems. Where water appears, possibility follows. You begin building the first habitat: power, food storage, life support, communication. Even on a habitable Mars, humans still need systems to survive, because habitable does not mean easy. It means the planet no longer kills you immediately. The day is familiar enough to feel human, but the world still feels strange. The lower gravity changes your balance. The thin atmosphere changes the sky. Living here would reshape the human body over time, and that is part of what makes this moment so important. You are not just on a new planet, you are inside a new version of survival. But the danger is not gone. New weather patterns, unstable dust, strange air chemistry, maybe even something biological beneath the surface. A habitable planet is still a mystery, and mystery is dangerous when human life depends on answers. Night falls on Mars, and it is beautiful in a way that hurts. You look up and see Earth as a tiny blue dot in the distance. That sight is enough to change how you think about home forever. Because when your world gets smaller in the sky, your place in the universe gets larger in your mind. Then, the bigger question arrives. If Mars is habitable, who gets to stay? Who owns the land, the water, the future? Science opened the door, but now politics, survival, and ambition walk through it behind you. This is no longer just a mission. It is the beginning of a colony. Maybe even the beginning of a second civilization. If humans can live here, then Earth is no longer the only place where our story can continue. And then it settles in. You were not just sent to explore Mars. You were sent to begin it. To become the first human on a world that can now hold life. Mars is no longer a dead red planet in the distance. It is the start of something new.